Out here in the wilderness, you learn to survive. You face your fears. You push your limits. But the toughest battle you'll ever face isn't with nature, it's with yourself. Men are told to suppress their ego, others say to embrace it. But what if I told you, your ego is your greatest enemy and your greatest weapon? The Stoics understood this centuries ago, and today we'll uncover 10 powerful lessons that will change how you see yourself forever. These lessons aren't for the faint of heart. They're raw and real. Let's begin. In the wild, survival depends on knowing your true north. Not some fabricated direction, but the real deal. It's the same in life. A man ruled by ego, he's lost in the wilderness of other people's opinions. He craves their approval, needs them to tell him he's worthy. But a Stoic, he navigates by his own internal compass. He does what is right even when no one's watching, because true strength, it doesn't need an audience. Seneca, a wise Stoic, once said, "A great man is always willing to be little." True greatness doesn't shout from the mountaintop, it whispers in the stillness of self-knowledge. The moment you stop seeking validation from the outside world, that's the moment you find true freedom. It's about building your inner fortress, so strong, so unshakable, that the opinions of others can't touch you. Remember, out here in the wild, the loudest creatures are often the most vulnerable. Out here in the harshest environments, I've learned that the elements can be brutal. You can be battered, bruised, pushed to your absolute limit. But the human spirit, that's something else entirely. A man driven by ego, he's like thin ice. One crack, one criticism, and he shatters. Failure, that's not an option, it's a death sentence. But a Stoic, he embraces the storm. He knows that hardship, pain, setbacks, they're not the enemy. They're the forge where true strength is tempered. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and a Stoic, said, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change." Imagine that. Not defending, not arguing, but welcoming correction. The ego makes you brittle. It builds walls to protect you, but those walls also become your prison. Humility is the key that unlocks those chains. It allows you to learn from your mistakes, to grow from your failures, to become stronger where others would break. So embrace the challenges. In survival situations, panic can be deadly. You make rash decisions. You lose sight of what's important. The same goes for life. When your emotions control you, when your ego dictates your actions, you're not truly free. A woman rejects you, your ego screams for you to lash out, to belittle her, to protect your bruised pride. A friend disagrees with you, your ego whispers that you've been disrespected, that you need to assert dominance. But a Stoic, he takes a breath. He observes his emotions without judgment. He remembers the words of Epictetus. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The world throws a lot at you: rejection, disappointment, betrayal, loss. These are inevitable. But your reaction to them, that's your choice. Don't let your ego hijack your life. Master your mind. Out in the wild, comfort is a luxury you can't afford. Because out there, comfort makes you soft. It dulls your senses. It leaves you vulnerable. The ego, it craves comfort too. It wants the easy path, the guaranteed win, the safe bet. But every strong man, every man who's achieved anything great understands this. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. Seneca, he put it perfectly. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Just like your muscles grow stronger under stress, your mind, your character, your spirit, they thrive on challenge. The gym, the battlefield, the boardroom, even the heartbreak of a lost love. These are the crucibles where true strength is forged. It's in the discomfort, the struggle, the times when you want to quit but you push through anyway, that you become unbreakable. So don't shy away from discomfort. Embrace it. Relationships can be tough terrain, but there's one thing I've learned. Women, they're drawn to strength, not physical strength, though that helps, but inner strength. The strength of a man who is in control of himself, a man who needs constant validation. Weak, A man who reacts emotionally to every little thing, unattractive. But a Stoic, he stands firm, he speaks with certainty, he acts without desperation. Why? Because he respects himself. And that, my friends, is magnetic. See, when you're ruled by your ego, you're constantly seeking approval, seeking validation, often from women. But when you master your ego, you no longer need it. You become a source of strength, of stability, of quiet confidence. And that's what draws people in, especially women, because it tells them, this man, he doesn't need me to complete him. He's already complete. But I can choose to be a part of his journey. Focus on mastering yourself. We've all been there. Someone wrongs you, betrays you. Your ego screams for revenge, to make them pay, to even the score. But revenge, that's a fool's game. It's a bottomless pit that will consume you. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, warned, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. Think about that. You always have a choice in how you respond. A Stoic, he doesn't react. He doesn't let his ego dictate his actions. He strategizes. He plays the long game. He knows that the best revenge is a life well lived. Because true mastery, it's not about controlling others. It's about controlling yourself. So the next time someone tries to drag you down to their level, take a step back and choose the path of mastery. The past. It can be a dangerous place, full of regrets, what-ifs, and could-have-beens. A man ruled by his ego, he gets lost in there. He relives past victories, clinging to them like a life raft. I was great once, I had it all. But the past is gone, it's a ghost town, and dwelling on it robs you of the only thing that truly matters, the present moment. Marcus Aurelius, he understood this. He said, the present is all you have. Make it worth your while. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, now. A real man, a Stoic, he doesn't waste time dwelling on past glories or lamenting past failures. He learns from them, sure, but he doesn't let them define him. He builds his empire in the present moment, brick by brick, day by day, so let go of the past, embrace the present moment. The ego is a master deceiver. It whispers sweet lies in your ear, tells you you're better than others, smarter, stronger, untouchable. But reality is a harsh teacher. It has a way of humbling even the most arrogant among us. A Stoic man, he doesn't waste time inflating his ego. He's too busy sharpening his skills, correcting his flaws, staying ready for whatever life throws at him. He knows that true strength comes from honesty, from self-awareness, from constantly seeking to improve. So don't believe the hype, not even your own. Question everything, test your limits. Out here in the wild, you learn to adapt or you die. You can't be too proud to learn from your mistakes, to change your approach, to ask for help when you need it. The same goes for life. Ryan Holiday, a modern Stoic, wrote, "Ego is the enemy." And he's right. A man who thinks he knows everything, he'll never learn anything, he'll stagnate, he'll become a relic of the past. But a true Stoic, he knows that every person he meets, every experience he has, can teach him something. Pride closes doors, it builds walls, it limits your potential. Humility, on the other hand, unlocks those doors. It tears down the walls, it allows you to grow, to expand, to become more than you ever thought possible. So check your ego at the door. In the grand scheme of things, we're all just passing through. Every empire crumbles, every strong man fades. Your ego, it wants you to believe that you're different, that you're immortal. But the Stoic, he knows better. He knows that true power doesn't come from clinging to your identity, your possessions, your achievements. It comes from letting go, from accepting the impermanence of it all. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. We waste it on petty anxieties, on chasing things that don't matter, on feeding the insatiable hunger of the ego." So detach from your ego. Focus on what truly matters, your values, your relationships, your legacy. Outro the path of the Stoic man. We've covered a lot of ground today. 10 powerful Stoic lessons that can change your life. But Out here in the wild, knowledge without action is useless. Now tell me, which of these 10 lessons hit you the hardest? Which one resonated deep within your core? Comment below and share your thoughts. And if you're ready to become the strongest version of yourself, subscribe to AREV now. This is the path of the Stoic man. Are you ready to walk it?